Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, that joke was crazy, man. She made me knock her toboggan off, man. Like when I dropped my pants and I started working, I'm like, yo, but this was different type of action, though. This wasn't the shower action. This wasn't the normal maniacs all over the place, this being psychopaths type of action. This was action that I'm right here, she's right there. She's right there like this. And I'm knocking her toboggan off. I'm like, oh my God, that joke crazy, man. I'm like, yo, knock the toboggan off. I'm like, yo, this wild. So I knocked the toboggan off, she dipped. You know what I mean? I finished cleaning up. I take the chemicals back. I take the chemicals back downstairs, you know what I mean? She go back and sit down. So like, it was like nothing happened. It was like nothing happened. Like, and that's right there, right then and there. That's when I knew that Miss K didn't care about dudes hollering at her. She didn't care about like if dudes trying to get her to bring the pack. She didn't care about nothing, like except you knocking her toboggan off. Like she wasn't doing nothing else. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe she will, but like, I thought she wasn't doing nothing else after this. Cause I'm like, I didn't even intend to do this. I'm like, she put me on the spot and knock her toboggan off. So I'm like, man, this joint was crazy, man. So I'm like, man, it's my roommate. I was like, yo, this is wild cause I don't do this. But it's like, she just was like, you want me to look out for you? I'm just going to freaking look out for you. She gave me that look. You wanted me to look out for you, right? She was like, I'm sitting here knocking her toboggan off for like 5 minutes. She like this. She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew the power that she held in these eyeballs, y'all. So boom, her eyeballs was a weapon, man. That's my word, man. But nevertheless, man, she's still an animal, man. This lady's an animal. But that right there was crazy, though. I ain't even gonna lie. Like that was like a move that was wild. Like that was one of the brazen moves that I ain't seen nobody that was crazy in there do yet. So when everybody came back from rec, you know what I mean? I messed up. I told dudes, yo, I just knocked Miss K head off. I ain't want to do like you did. I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, it was like, how you do that? I was like, bro, she came to my cell, bro. She came to my cell. That was stupid of me. I shouldn't have did it. But she's a monster, man. Ain't no need to hide this, man. You know what I mean? So I tell people, next thing you know, I guess the word get out. So she doing her double. She don't need about after 12, 1 or something like that. Man, I look up. I see a dude. She in the office now. We had an office in our pod. The office was like right there on the right side, across from the booth. Now, it depends who's working in the booth that really cares about what's going on in the booth. But Susses started being bootleg around this time. This was around the time when Susses wasn't crazy yet, with the investigator going bananas. He was there, but it still wasn't nuts yet. But I promise you, man, I started seeing dudes going to the office. And the first dude I seen do it was Twan. Man, Twan going to the office, man. It's my word. Twan walking that jump, man. Twan, he got the shirt over his head. He going to jump, man. It's my word. Like, it was dudes standing in front of the office, like, cause the office is see-through. So like from the phones, you could see in the office, you know what I mean? Kind of like, so he got 2 dudes standing by the door like this, standing by the front of it where it's see-through at, kind of like that, or standing right there. And he in there knocking her toboggan off. Up close and personal. She's sitting in the chair. This man's standing up and he's knocking her toboggan off, man. As soon as he leave, his homeboy went in there, knocked her toboggan off, man. I promise you, man. It was a knock her toboggan off fest in there. It was crazy, man. It was just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, all the way until she left. All the way until she left, man. You hear me? Miss K got her head knocked off all the way until she was time to clock out, y'all. So boom. But this is what an animal do, though, man. Like, you can't stop an animal from being an animal, man. But we are blessed for having this animal. Now, after I done that, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, if I can get some money like that, now that's a different type of money. Like, they ain't no #1 thunner. Like, I know what y'all was saying, like, bro, you. But I never was the guy in the shower getting cases. I never was that guy. But something like that was different. That was different right there. That was wild right there. Yo, she was right there in my face. So I'm like, man, I kind of want it again. But like, I ain't really trying to be in everybody's way. Like, but once dudes found out that going outside is not a good thing with Miss K doing a double, like it was a wrap. So it wasn't like it was quiet time no more. when she's doing a double, man. So like everybody had to work around that though, man. Everybody kind of had to work around that, man. So it was this one guy, man. We're gonna call him Charles, man. Now, Charles slept in cell 1. Now, it's a couple of cells in there that's like hotel cells when it comes to being the number one. It's only a couple of cells in there, and it's cell 1, cell 2, cell 23 upstairs, and cell 24 next to that. So it's the 2 first ones at the top and the 2 first ones at the bottom. Now, cell 24 and cell 2 is like, are you welling? You're not welling, but cell 1 and cell 23 is like, it's right there. Like if you go in the cell, you go to your front door in 23, you looking directly down into the booth if you want to. If you in cell 2, you go like this, you looking directly up into the booth. So both of those were the good sales. Man, it was already 2 number one thunners already in 23 already. Now downstairs, it was none. But it was a dude in there that was cousins of another guy in there, man. But it was a dude in there that was Tron's cousin. Now, Tron was already kind of like secretly putting his bid in for that sale. And the reason why I knew that is because my homeboy used to work for the people too. My homeboy had a job and he was already kind of putting his bid in. That's how I knew that the dude that was in the cell in cell 1 was up for transfer. So he was already putting his bid in for the joint. But you know, Tron trying to get in there where he could just be the number one thunner all night. That's what he trying to do. So he put his bid in for the joint. So it was like a bunch of people kind of like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know the whole time. So Tron put his bid in. So I guess it was already like kind of like spoken between him and his cousin, and that's what was gonna happen. So Tron's cousin was cool. Tron's cousin was one of them dudes that just stuck with his city. He wasn't on it like that. Plus he was cool with the dude Charles that was in there that was about to get transferred. So like for real, like Tron just really wanted to get in the joint, man. So it was crazy because I never seen Tron really get on no goon stuff for this type of action. You know what I mean? Because Tron was a little more civilized, but he just was the number one stunner. But that's who he was. So the dude Charles, I seen him pull up on Charles. You know what I mean? Now he's at the door talking to them while we out at while we working at night. He's at the door talking to them at cell 1. So he been up there talking to, but he's talking to his cousin and he's talking to the dude Charles. So he at the door talking to him. So I can hear him telling him as I walk by, like, yeah, man, you might as well let me move in there, man. You about to get transferred, man. You don't even be slanging, man. Come on, man, let me in there, man. You might as well let me get the sale, man. My cousin already said to come in there. So the dude Charles was at the door like, man, I ain't going nowhere till it's time for me to leave, man. Charles used to also, so the whole time, like, trying to like persuade him into doing it. But he ain't doing it. Then I seen him get mad at his cousin the week after. And the reason why he got mad at his cousin is because Miss K has become such an animal, man, and just being who she is, man, letting dudes go crazy on her. Like, for real, man, dudes started going all type of, you started seeing moves that you would never witness. This was a move that I never seen somebody do, man. I promise you, man. And Twan snapped when he found out, man. Like, y'all let me know, did he have a reason to snap? No, like, I don't think he did, man, but I promise you, he got super mad. But his cousin really didn't have a lot, like, you know what I mean? He wasn't like somebody that was well off. Like, he was somebody that go to chow hall, and he kind of was one of those dudes that give it to Mikey, you know what I mean? Like, he gonna eat the bean tray, he gonna eat the beefaroni that's garbage, he gonna eat all the garbage trays, basically. Like, that's who he was. He gonna punish all the garbage trays. So, like, he didn't have a lot of stuff. The dude Charles that was in the cell when we used to look out for him. But now Charles about to get transferred. I guess Charles was looking like he gotta look out for himself now. So, like, you know, bro, like, he still had his cousin Twan, but Twan didn't mess with him like that. Twan just wanted to get in there just so he can be the number one stunner. That's what Twan wanted to do, man. So, like, Charles went on and made a move on the side, you know what I mean? And this is what Charles started doing, man. Charles started renting his cell out to dudes, and he was sneaking in their cell, and they was sneaking his cell when Miss K is working in the booth. And they'll just stay the night, because Susser was so bootleg, they wasn't being like, stand up, let me see your face when they count. You can just stand up, put your back to them like you tired, and they'll just count. You know what I mean? So dudes would rent his cell out and stay the night in his cell until the next morning. And that's what he was doing. So he was making a profit off kind of just letting dudes stay the night. And I heard he was charging $25. Like, he was like, if I got to get a 229 case and $25 worth of stuff. So I guess he got his first deal, man, from this dude we're going to call Rex, man. You know what I mean? We're going to call him Rex. Now, Rex was from the 804. You know what I mean? He was another kind of, I'm not going to put him in Notorious number one thunner. I'm not going to put him in that category, but when Miss K working, that's who he is, though. Like, and that she did that to a lot of dudes. Now, when Miss K working, Rex gonna go bananas, like, in his own way. Like, and this move right here showed me that he was definitely a psycho because it was wild. Like, we out there working. We out there jump working. So I just see Twan like, hey, I'm about to go holler at my cousin right quick. He knocked on the door. He was like, hey, cuz. Hey, what's up? You got some sugar twins in here? Ain't nobody say nothing. He was like, hey, cuz. You hear somebody say, watch out, man. I was like, I looked, Miss K was in the booth. I'm like, oh, so I wasn't even nowhere here with it. I'm kind of like, So Twan like, oh, my bad, who that? So dude went on, I guess, finished handling his business. So Twan was just looking like this, like he was puzzled the whole time. He was standing on the side like, my cousin that, man. Then you hear somebody go talk at him, somebody at work came whisper in his ear. He was like, dude slept in cell 11. He walked back there, he was like, man, why you ain't in your cell, man? I don't know what his cousin said, because he talking to him way down there at cell 11. He's like, why you ain't in your cell, man? His cousin saying something. He was like, man, you an idiot, man. What's wrong with you, man? Yeah. Man, you an idiot, man. You stupid, man. You could have asked me for that, man. You an idiot, man. You a dummy, man. You a dummy. So I guess dude finished. The dude Rex finished. So when the dude Rex finished, he was like, hey, Twan. Ain't me holler at you, Sean? My words. So Twan, he heard it. He was like, so he walked to the jump. He put his ear to the side. He was like, what's up? Dude was like, hey, man. I'm right there now, because, you know, we out there working and stuff. He like, hey, man, I'm coming to the door when I'm handling my business, man. I paid your cousin to handle this business, bro. Don't worry about what I got going over here, shorty. This word Twan was like, man, that's my cell. That's about to be my cell anyway. He was like, yeah, well, this ain't your cell yet, so don't be doing that, shorty. Twan was like, all right, pot yourself on it. Pot yourself on it. He dipped off. I look at Twan like, shh. Like that was an awkward conversation, man. Dude probably pulled up on him for being in the way, for being the number one dunner. So like I knew he was feeling crazy. I already knew he was, so he dipped off, he stormed off. So I went out there and told my roommate, like, yo, they ran the ultimate play on Miss K. I'm like, yo, the ultimate. They ran, I said, bro, listen, bro. They ran the fleet flicker, bro. I'm talking about the jump where they give it to the running back give it to the receiver, then the receiver give it back to the quarterback, bro. I said they did a triple reverse, bro. He was like, what you talking about? I said, bro, listen, say word. The dude Twan cousin down there letting dudes rent his cell out, man. And he was like, what do you mean rent his cell out? I was like, bro, he let them stay the night in the cell with Charles. I said, Charles just in the bed sleep while dudes got the cut up, knocking the lady toboggan off in the booth. I said, he renting his cell out to dudes, man. He was like, what? He was like, man, who in there? I was like, bro, the dude Rex in there. He was like, man, get out of here. I was like, bro, I was like, bro, that's my word. That's my word, bro. I said, yo, they wilding that down that jump, bro. He was like, that jump, bro. I said, yo, Twan got mad. I said, Twan got mad, bro. He was like, well, where's it, cuz, bro? You know, Twan trying to move in there. And dudes making moves like that, you know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this jump crazy. So I'm like, yo, this jump, this is wild, but this is what an animal does, though. Like, somebody like Miss K, like, she brings the maniac out of people because, like, when you got an animal like that in the pod, man, like, I seen it, man. It's always get crazy every time, y'all. So, boom. So that happened. Next day rolling around, his cousin go back to his cell. You know what I mean? Twan acting like he mad at him the whole time. You know what I mean? I could see the dude Rex kind of talking to his homeboys from Richmond, kind of like mad at Twan about that. Now, I never seen Twan in action as far as like on some fighting stuff or some whatever, you know what I mean? On some action game or nothing like that. I ain't never seen him. He just was a humble, cool dude. And he liked to be the number one dunner. He liked to do that. So that's all I knew him for right there. But this situation right here was a little different just because, like, I know for a fact that he felt like he was definitely not in the way by doing what he did. But I told him before we went in there, like, I said, bro, your argument ain't with the dude Rex, bro. Your argument is with your cousin, bro. He was like, I know, man. Man, he's stupid, man. He was like, what was he thinking, Weezy? I was like, bro, listen, he was thinking about letting somebody nail an animal, bro, from his cell, bro. Like, she's an animal, bro. He was like, no, she's an animal, bro. But, like, I'm just saying, though, like, bro, like, he could have let me. He ain't never tell me I could do that. He ain't never tell me I could do that. I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. Don't get me to lie, bro. He was like, man, for real, bro, I wanna punch him in his face, Weezy, man. That was messed up. I said, bro, you can't beat your cousin up over that, bro. I said, bro, that man don't have nothing. I said, more than likely he renting it out for he can get him something to eat at night. I said, he be giving him food. He said, I'll give him some food, but he know I ain't strapped. I was like, bro, listen, that man a grown man. He gonna make his own moves, bro. So like, you can't be mad at him for doing what he doing, bro. You know what I mean? So I kind of like leveled it out a little bit, kind of broke it down, gave him a side that he can look at to see that, you know what I mean? You gotta look at all angles, man. Your cousin, he grinded. You know, like, of course he should have hollered at you first if, you know, that's what he probably should have done, but he thought about his pockets, man. He thought about his stomach. He thought about getting something to eat, y'all. So boom. So that's what I had told Twan, man. So Twan kind of like, you know, he ain't going nowhere near Rex, but like, he still, like, he gonna just stay out the situation, like, you know what I mean? So, like, I remember him pulling up on his cousin and asking his cousin, can he do it? You know what I mean? So like, for real, I had told him, though, so the next day, I was just like, yo, bro, look, why don't you holler at your cousin to see if you can do that? He was like, man, I ain't going to jail for 229. He was like, you know they know me. I can't do that. You know they know me. I was like, you're right. And that's the reason why his cousin probably didn't holler at him, because he knew that he would probably like that wouldn't work anyway. Like that'd be a play that is definitely not going to work. So at the end of the day, Twan, he's definitely still feeling some type of way, man. Like, I'm trying to calm him down. He's calm from it, but like that stuff is on his mind because the lady is an animal. So right when he was about to calm, the only thing that made him calm down was we in the jump about to come out and start working, man, and Miss K is working. K is in the booth. You can see his face. He get all happy again. He like, yeah, the booth talking to her. He like, you hear somebody say, yo, tell him move, yo. He like, he get out the gun range, boss. He move out the way. I mean, dude's knocking a toboggan off from every angle. You think you ain't gonna be in the way? That's my word. So he move out the way. He move out the way. Me and him start working. We go in the back. He was like, yo, I'm about to go next door. You trying to come through? I was like, yeah, I gotta holler at my man over here anyway. So as we get like to the back part area, I was like, bro, see, I said, man, for real? I said, bro, listen, like you, whatever you thinking about as far as why you mad at your cousin and Miss K or whatever the case, bro. I said, bro, you can't be mad about that, bro. I done told you, bro. He said, nah, I ain't thinking about that no more, Weezy, man. He said, I'm thinking about, I'm trying to do what I did that night you was holding me down. Cause she said she gonna come on the floor tonight. I was like, bro, what you trying to hit, bro? I was like, you don't want no poo-poo, bro. He was like, man, she ain't doing that. I ain't going to jail for no raping. I ain't trying to force her, scare her. I ain't trying to do none of the bull. I said, bro, so you just rather pull your pants down your ankles and get some up close and personal. He was like, why not? I'm saying in my head, bro, you did it. So like, I ain't mad at him, man. I just, you know, like, I think that if he was going all the way like that, like how he was saying he had the green light, I thought that he should probably go a little further, but I hold him down, man. So I held him down. You know what I mean? She came and did the same play, come from the back. Old heads went in this way. I'm standing by 44. He's already back there waiting. She come in and jank, man. Bro, knock her toboggan off for like 15 minutes. That's word. He knocked her toboggan off. This time she came out my way. She come this way. She walk out. I see her walking out. I'm like, she looked back at me and everything. Like she knew the count was holding bro down. You know what I mean? She went back downstairs. So bro come back out like, man, you're crazy, bro. She always finish me, bro. Bro, she finished me in 5 minutes, bro. I was like, he finished me in 5. She finished me in 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, man, that junk crazy, bro. I was like, yo, that junk. I was like, she's an animal, man. Like, I said, bro, you should try to do something. You should try to do something else, bro, besides being a maniac, bro. Like, real talk. You like, man, I mean, bro, I'm just doing what she want me to do, bro. Like, she don't want nothing else, bro. I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. And I felt them, though. Like, they be able to get some up close and personal. You know what I mean? When you the number one gunner. It's probably a good thing, y'all. So boom. So next day roll around. Everything going smooth. Next thing you know, you see the sergeant come in the joint. He do a round. He start doing rounds. Everybody tighten up. Everybody hit the police noise. Sergeant in here. He come through, he do his rounds. He moving around. I mean, he finished the top 10. He come down the steps. Everybody talking to him one by one. He talking to people. He leave. He go in the booth. He go inside the booth. He talk to the lady inside the booth. He come back. Dudes hit the noise. I slide open up. He come back in. He go in the office. He sit in the office for a second. So everybody kind of in there just seeing what he got going on. You know what I mean? So he chilling. So it's about to be lockdown time for the morning. You know what I mean? It's about to be lockdown time. So everybody kind of in chill mode. Miss K is not working. The animal is not working. You know what I mean? But everybody's kind of in chill mode. About to lock down. So everybody relaxing, man. So we about to get ready to go into sales. The sergeant came out. He was like, such and such. He called 2 last names. The 2 last names he called, the first door she opened was cell 1. Now Twan is in the cell. Twan ain't even out. The first door she opened is cell 1. I'm sitting on the back bench back there. The joint opened up. The second door she opened up, cell 11. She opened both of the doors up. So I look back at her, cell 11. I'm like, cell 11 right there. I'm like, oh, cell 1 and cell 11. Like, what they got going on? So I finished talking to the old head and kicking it. I mean, I looked up. I just seen the dude Rex. He got his mattress, his blanket. He walking like this. He like. I looked up. Seen Twan's cousin. He walked with his mattress this way. He like. So they going this way, passing each other with mattresses game. And I'm like, and I'm looking at this, y'all. I'm like. I was like, yo, that's crazy right there. I was like, yo, I told old head, I said, he let Rex move in his cell. I was like, yo, that's why. I said, Twan gonna be mad. I said, Twan gonna be super mad. Old head was like, that's crazy. He said Twan can get the sale. I was like, nah, Charles was gonna let Twan get the sale. I was like, man, Sully probably just sold the J. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy right here, man. I was like, I told the old head, I was like, man, should I tell Twan? He was like, yeah, put him on point. Put him on point and rock with him. I was like, Twan slept in 36. I was like, I hit the steps. I was like, did the nosy run. I'm like, get up the steps. I'm like, yo, Twan. He like, yo. I'm like, go come to the door. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, yo, bro, look. He like, what? He looking, he like, what? I say, bro, look who's cell open. He was like, my cousin. I'm like, yeah. He was like, what are you doing? I said, bro, the dude Rex moving in your cell. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, where my cousin at? I said, your cousin moved in his cell. He was like, man, that's low down, dirty motherfucker.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.